Hi, and welcome back to the show. We're here at La Java in Northborough, and we're meeting with Pauline Robertson, who I contend is an entrepreneur, okay? But she's also an author, has her own radio show, podcast, life coach, hairstylist, salon development advisor. Look her up on sheertransformation.com. What general advice do you have for people with their hair? No. All right.
That could be hours if we go up to that.
You're from Boston, okay? Right?
Actually from Central Mass.
Central Mass?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You moved to the left coast.
I did.
You then came back to the rain and the snow and the sleet, okay? What happened? Why does someone leave an area that's typically beautiful to come back to an area that is beautiful 9 months of the year?
Well, I moved to California for 5 years, and in 2008, of course, when the subprime mortgage crashed, I was working in a salon then, and we had quite a few clients who shared with us that were working at mortgage companies at that time, coming in like, Pauline, they laid off 3,000 people, they laid off 5,000 people. So it was almost like we knew what was going to happen almost before the world did. It was like, what is happening? And I myself...
So what's the adage? Your hairstylist knows for sure?
Yes, we know more than your therapist even sometimes. And so for me, I had purchased property in California in 2005, and I had only been living there 6 months. I was only working part-time. I had sold my house back here, obviously had no debt. And when I went for my mortgage for my condo, you know, they're like, oh, you can afford the 3-bedroom. I'm like, I want the 1-bedroom. But no, you can afford the 3-bedroom. And thank goodness I knew about value mortgage and how to go through that process, because they said I want the 1-bedroom and that's it. And I had a subprime mortgage for the first 2 years. And within 30 minutes, I had a mortgage. Even I was like, wow, there's something wrong with this.
Back in the day, it was
Something's
almost,
wrong
well,
with
it
this.
wasn't almost too easy.
Right.
It was too easy.
Yes. And so, you know, fast forward to 2008 when clients were telling me what's happening. And obviously in Orange County, everyone was living beyond their means. You had 20-something-year-olds driving Ferraris, living in penthouse condos because they were selling mortgages. And of course, being that age, you don't save money, so when everything crashed, they basically lost everything along with other people, and it became a ghost town. Literally, every other house was in foreclosure there. So if you had liquid cash then, you could have bought a well over $1 million house for at least $900, at least. You know, and for me,
Which is still a lot of money.
oh yes, and that's just for like a ranch built in the 60s and 70s on a 10,000 square foot lot. That's not what you would get here.
Right.
And you know, my ratio on real estate now, growing up here was expensive, but now I moved back here and I'm like, oh, that's affordable. Wow, you can actually own a house here. And you know, seeing where the market's gone now in California, it's crazy where the market is now.
I was having dinner with a guy last night at Alora restaurant in Marlboro, and he was saying that, you know, he's ready to take money out of his house because he perceives there's going to be an impact on the marketplace. He wants to extract that cash. You know, you can argue, is that a smart move, dumb move, whatever, but he's at least thinking about it. And that's the advice that I would give to people, is make sure you look at your situation and maybe use some of the thought process that Pauline went through. Just because I qualify for a 3-bed doesn't mean I should get a 3-bed.
Exactly.
I always tell people, don't go for what the mortgage company will approve you for. Go for what your gut and your budget tells you can go for.
Exactly. You know, and that's what I did when I moved out west, purchasing a condo instead of a house.
Yep.
And you know, in the end, it all worked out. You know, it's sort of like you have a glorified apartment living out there that you own, and you know, again, that was my reasoning for moving back. It was like everyone left. Big car companies pulled out, big high-tech companies pulled out. They all moved back here to the East Coast because it's more affordable.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, you know, gas at $5 a gallon for the cheap stuff. After a while, I was like, I just need to go back
Right.
where I came from.
Well, I want to thank you for coming out today and sharing your story. It's kind of a personal story, and I appreciate you sharing it. And tune in again next time. Thanks.